Check, check, check. Testing, testing. Yo, yo. Where's everybody at? Let me go tell people I'm live. 73. So good to see you, sir. My brother from another mother. I am posting in my Discord that I'm live because maybe some people want to join. I have got a lot of stuff to do, and I thought, why not let you guys join in with me if you want to. I've got a box to open. This is some stuff I got from Weebleed, and learned about it on 90%ers, of course, and need to see. I think I remember what's in here, but I'm not sure. And can you hear me okay? Is everything sounding good, looking good? 73? Let me know. Still new to this live streaming thing. Let's see. All right. Let's open this box. I don't know what's in here. Let's see. Open the box. As my buddy down in New Mexico likes to say, what's in the box? What's in the box? Open the box. Open the box. What is his name? I know his real name, but I'm trying to think of 8-bit. 8-bit, yeah. 8-bit. I need to go down to New Mexico soon and go fly with him. I'm feeling much better lately, man. Like, having a brain injury? Sexy MF. You're so funny. Look at this. Pot kettle. Hey Curtis, thank you. Oh, I just said my name, but you guys know who I am. Thank you for the order. We Bleed FPV. Zotek. Nice. FPV slaps are meant to be shared. I agree. Do you have one of my slaps, 73? If not, I'll send you one. All right, what's in this box here? Ooh, look at this. This is a We Bleed Red, and that is an air. Oh, I know just by looking at it. Those curvy lines. You know those curvy lines? That is a Air 65 V2. So that is going to have to be built. And let's see. It is so tiny, man. I haven't been flying a lot of tiny stuff lately. I've been flying more large things. Oh, cool, man. Yeah. I think I have your address. If it's in the DMs, I think this is they call it the directionally confused because they don't know which arrow points forward, so you can point either one. Maybe, I don't know. Never understood that reference. Let's see what kind of slaps we got in here. Hey, look at this. I got a Band-Aid. It's not big enough for my latest boo-boo. I had a cancer removed yesterday. My first cancer. I am now a cancer survivor. That sounds horrible because it's just one of those stupid skin cancer things. Not pre-cancer. I've had those before. This one, they sent it to the lab and they said check it out, and they said yeah, he's got cancer. So I've got a nice big pressure dressing on my left shoulder over here where they I don't know. Let me turn some lights on. There. Now I'm not so dark. I don't know. I kind of like. I've got the blinds open, so there's a lot of sunlight coming from this area right over here. But yeah, they said it's the best kind of skin cancer to get. So that's cool. I mean, if you're going to get it, get the one that won't really do too much to you. I got a message. You know what's cool? My doctor, not the one that did the skin cancer, but just my general practice doctor, he literally lives like right there, like right behind me. And we were driving back from going to the grocery store, and he was going in his garage and pulled down the window, and I'm like, dude, I think I scratched the inside of my ear over here, and it feels like it's swelling and kind of infected. And he's like, oh, I can just call you in some drops. I mean, how cool is that, man? Don't have to make an appointment or anything. I do all his 3D printing for him, so he's always telling me he owes me. Not a bad thing. Northeast Whoop Championships. Man, I need to get like a key light, I think it's called. So I have some light right into my face. And I don't know how to deal with this thing either. Do I go? Maybe I should go like this. Let's do this. Let's make it so this isn't like just sticking straight in front of my face over here. Because I know 73, you like to see my face. I don't know why, but you do. So trying to look like Mr. Ballin today. Let's see, we got another one called Whoop Group. That's cool. Whoop Group. We've got Special Products We Bleed. Got his coat opening up. Hey, there in the reflection you can see that I got the sun coming in through the window there. It'd probably be better with it down, but I'm going to move over to my workbench here in a minute after we go through all this stuff. So what is this? This is a crazy G473. And oh, start the movie. What's up, Birdie? Cool kids showing up to my stream. That's so cool. So if the only place I know you can get this is We Bleed right now. And the place I heard about it was the review from Heads. Man, it is really dark over here, huh? You know what? I can change the what's it called? Guys, my brain is not completely healed yet. I'm much, much better, but I just still not completely healed. So sometimes I have problems remembering words. So bear with me. Exposure. Hey, look at that. Ooh, now you can see all the age and pock marks in my face. That's just so great. Yeah. Hey, it's No Shave November, so I'm growing out a beard. What do you guys think? Looking well, shaky. Thanks, dude. I'm feeling well. I'm feeling much better. Yeah, I need a key light, I think they call it. Okay, so we're opening up my box of goodies, and first out of the box was a We Bleed Red Air 65 V2. So it's got those sexy shoulders, you know, where they kind of the curves. Those curves around the side and then around the front that go in. I like to stroke curves. What about you guys? You like to stroke the curves? Yeah, I always get in trouble for stroking the curves. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. All right, so this crazy G473, it's a 1S. I was actually on watching Ciati the other day. I think 73 was on there. Maybe not. And I asked about this. I said, because Zotek was on there too. And like he wasn't streaming with him, but he was just in the dig the beard. Glad you're having a good day, man. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Yeah, I feel like it shows my age more because it's just more gray hairs to show, but whatever. Um, but I'm like, hey, because I'm trying to get Weebleed to give Ciotti a free one of these. I might just buy him one and send it to him, but I don't have a lot of money. I'm still getting back to full time, so haven't gotten a full paycheck since February. But I do the best I can. I sell stuff. I've been selling stuff. My wife's been selling stuff. All right, so that's all the stuff out of the box. What else we got? Oh, dude, you know what I got today? I was so happy. I mean, like, ecstatic. Because it's been gone for 2 months. I have not had these for 2 months. These are my HD0 goggles. I've not had these for 2 whole months. I don't know. You guys probably may or may not have heard, but I got mad one day, and I threw my phone, my old phone, not this new. This is my new phone. It's the cool orange color, and if you don't wipe it with Clorox wipes, you're cool. If you wipe it with Clorox wipes, it'll take the orange off apparently. So don't, if you get an iPhone 17 Pro or whatever like this, don't wipe it with Clorox wipes. But yeah, I threw my old phone at the couch. This was sitting on the couch down in my basement, and this was plugged in on the side, my Speedy B analog module, maybe like that, and it just hit it perfectly to just rip like that connector inside there, that little connector. And let's make sure this goes in. Please work. Oh crap! I hope I didn't mess that up too. Looks like I'm gonna have to straighten the pins out a little bit on that analog module, because I don't want to mess this up again. But yeah, send it. Actually, I didn't send it. They're like, well, you can either send it to us, or you can, we'll send you the part for like $5. I'm like, I'll try it. So I tried doing it, and man, this is why you shouldn't repair expensive stuff when your brain is still crashed from a crash. So I'm like looking at it top down, I guess. I took the halves apart or something. Yeah, I took the halves apart. And so I'm looking at this from the top down, and I cannot get this side. There's like a side, there's a couple of side PCB boards that stick up here. Could not get them off to save my life. I mean, I'm like, how hard should I have to push? And everybody's like, you shouldn't have to push that hard. Well, obviously I messed it up, and it's because I didn't realize that I still had this SMA down here that I wasn't seeing, and it was still holding everything together. As soon as I took that off, everything came apart fine, but by that point I think I'd messed it all up. So I'd sent it back to them, and they've had it for 2 months, but they sent me a picture saying how bad I messed it up. And dude, I'll pull up a picture. The pins weren't just, well, okay, pins on this, I don't know if it'll show you, but yeah. So see how they're kind of bent? So I probably should just order a new $50 module that this goes in, because that looks pretty jacked, doesn't it? It's not, I don't think I'm going to be able to stick that in, and I don't want to mess it up again. So so that's that. Let me pull up my email and I'll show you. They sent me a picture. Let's see. I'll pull it up on one monitor and stick it over there. Support at divimath.com maybe. Goggles analog port. No, yeah, here it is. All right. Let me pull this over. All right, so I'm showing my address and shit. That's bad. I'll have to. Connector's damaged. It was $17. It wasn't $5. $17. So then they get it, and let's see. Let me pull this back over so I'm not showing my address over and over. Even though it's pretty easy to find my address. What motors did you go? Motors? Oh, for the Air 65? I'm just gonna pull. Yeah, same here, 73. I think I'll just get a new. Great Scott, dude. Welcome, Crouching Tiger, peace loving. What's it called? Yeah, that thing. Let's see. So we're looking for the picture that support send me. Let's see. Where's that picture? It's bad. I'm like, holy crap. Did I do that? Did I do that? There it is. All right. I'll bring it over here. Make sure. Transition. There we go. Oh, so I wasn't showing it before. Cool. I love this OBS thing. It's kind of cool. All right, so there you can see, man, I like totally. Could you have damaged the connector this badly? There's also a missing component on the main board. I mean, dude, I seriously jacked that up, right? Like, really, really bad. So, yeah, that is really bad. So here's the good news, though. After that, let's see, they sent me that email on September 28th. Wait, do you not see that? It says it's on the main thing. Oh yeah, you said ouch. So yeah, man, like that is just really, 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 really bad. How do I? I'm so bad with. Here we go. With Windows. I don't know where the missing component is, but yeah, you see how bad that is? That's like chewed up, man. So anyway, yeah, that's that is that's the bad. The good though, the really good is how awesome they were. So I hit all the statistics, all of them. Like that would never happen. I mean, you're just throwing. I mean, it's like 3 people can sit on this couch, and of all the things that my phone would have hit it like square on the noggin, and then no, I wasn't aiming. I was just throwing it because my phone pisses me off sometime, and you know that's how I take out, especially when I don't have brains. My brains. Where did my brains go? I've lost my marbles. Murphy was like, wait a minute, don't make him throw it yet. He needs to be perfectly 180 degrees heading west for this. Yeah, exactly, man. And I mean, some of it too was probably me digging around trying to pop it out with the freaking SMA port still screwed in. So, yeah, that was my bad. So I'm gonna build this Air 63. Not today, probably, because I got more important stuff. I have got. Let me change over here. Let's see. I think I had something else to open. Oh, yeah. Check this out. So, any of you guys buy stuff on Aliexpress, they're always like showing you weird weird stuff, and it's like spy camera for $5 or 99 cents. That's what it was. It was like spy camera for 99 cents. So I'm like, sure, I'll buy that. No free shipping. And then they had like a radio kit. So I bought it. And I figured one day I'll do a build stream where I build that and test this Wi-Fi camera out. Oh, I also got a lockpick set. Because why not, you know? I don't know. We'll see. There's the lockpick set. I don't know why they put silica in with a lockpick. Like, what kind of moisture? I guess they're just, I don't know. Chinamen. Here's the radio kit to build your own radio. That's kind of cool. I think that'd be neat to build my own AM, FM radio or whatever it is. And then here's this Wi-Fi camera. It came kind of jacked up in this box. And they make it seem like it's tiny. They make it seem like it, like on the picture, it looks like it's about this big. It is not that it's tiny. It's not huge, but it is not tiny. Look at this. And it's worth about 99 cents too. So it comes with micro USB and then look at this. This looks like some kind of, I don't know, cigarette lighter adapter thing. There we go. It's got a micro USB card port. And then here's the camera. Look at that ridiculous little camera. I'm sure it's horrible. But hey, it was like 99 cents, so I figured we'll try it sometime. All right, let me throw this trash away, and I don't mean the stuff I bought, even though it is pretty much trash. All right, and let's move over to the other. Well, actually, let me show you. Here's that 1S G30 Crazy G473. Crazy G473. It was funny because Ciati's like, oh yeah, that you can put motor connectors on there. I mean, maybe, but man, just solder it on there, man. And he says it won't work with like a regular. It was funny. Okay, I don't know if y'all saw that, but he said it will work with a one of those carbon frame supported whoops. But I'm sure he would refuse to say fractal, and so he's like, yeah, maybe I can try this on one of those tiny babies, or I don't know, something he's got that he wants to put it on. But he's like, it won't work on something like this, which I don't know. It may not work, but I think I will try. I'm going to be in a hotel Monday through Thursday, working out of town again, so I'll have to bring something to play with. Let's see. Would that sit on there? Yeah, I mean, I kind of see what he means with the it's going to be wires going right up to the edge of the lip. But so what? Like, I don't know. Who cares? I think it would work. What do you think? Think it'll work? I think it'll work. We can make anything work. You get a Dremel, you get some tape, you can make anything work. Yeah, I think I agree with you, 73. I'm just gonna buy a new one of these. It's crazy. That little piece of plastic, they want $50 for it. But At least I can fly my HD0. I've got a 5-inch with a HD0 V2, Freestyle V2. I need to get that one. The last time I crashed it, the antenna ripped off, so I need to put a new antenna on it. And then it's ready to go. And then I've got like an old Freestyle V1. Have y'all seen those? So I've got this dude. HD0 Freestyle. This is the original. It's huge. But I've got it with a camera, and it would actually make a pretty good, I think, long range, semi-long range VTX and camera, because it's low latency and you know, digital, so you get pretty good look. And we can see how that works. All right, you know what? I need some music on. Let me push play. I have some music. I'll put some music on in the background. My granddaughter loves that song, Astronaut in the Ocean. I never knew about it until she was singing it one day. All right, let's move this. Over here. All right. Only problem here is I'll have to look way over there to see what you guys type in chat. Having to focus the HD0 camera. I've never had to focus a HD0 camera. That's weird. What are you doing over there? Is that some Tennessee thing? Okay, so what I'm building right now is I 3D printed all these parts to make a like a mini tower rack system, so I can put. Man, this thing is just in the way. I don't know what to do with this so that it's not in the way. Oh well. All right. So, so here's another thing I'm working on. You know what? I need to bring it up on my computer so you can see it. This is a LilyGo TG Uller A32. It's supposed to be a T-Color A32, but it's at 433 megahertz. So if you've heard of Meshtastic, this is something that you can run Meshtastic on, but generally it's not running. It doesn't just run Meshtastic. You can run anything LoRa or LoRaWAN, but it's got this LilyGo 433 470 megahertz model LoRa 32, and it's the T3V1.6.1 and it's got a LCD panel on it, so that's the LCD panel. This side. So it should have a little battery connector in here, just some wires that, yep, there it is. There's the antenna. I used to buy these for 915 megahertz and a different one called the T-Beam, and 3D print cases for them and sell them for Meshtastic setups back before everyone knew what Meshtastic was. This one, though, is not going to run Meshtastic. There is a satellite, a little CubeSat that's I think Stanford or someone is sending up, and it's going to get launched. And it's basically going to be in a decaying low Earth orbit for a while. So there it is. So there you go. That's no, it does not run piggyback on a Pi. This is all self-contained. And I'm going to be putting some software on here that's free, open source, that creates a ground station. So a ground station is what you use to downlink telemetry data from satellites. And this runs basically a micro ground station that's looking for the frequency of a satellite that they're putting out that's going to run LoRa on the 433 megahertz frequency. And so you'll be able to, they want people to connect this up around the world actually, and help them see where it is, because they don't even know where it's going to be until they start getting telemetry data. And so if you build one of these and put it by your house, you'll be able to, when you receive a signal, it'll upload it to their server, and they'll have more telemetry data, which helps them with their experiment of this really cool satellite that eventually, stuff like that will get us to where we have global mesh-tastic coverage, more services for Internet of Things, and just playing around with stuff, cool stuff like that. So let me pull it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It'll make more sense, I think, if you see what what the program is that I'm talking about. Let's see. I think so a lot of times when I want to make myself notes, I don't know if you guys do this too, but I will, I'll just create a draft email. Yes, it is, Birdie. They do a lot of atmospheric testing in that 70 centimeter band, it's called. Yes, it comes in. Telemetry is sent from the satellite down to you on the receiver. And then, let's see. Let's go here. Let's go here. It's Cornell, actually, because Cornell. All right. Let's put that here. And then let me let you guys see what I'm seeing. There we go. Yeah, it does work. Mine does sometimes too. I know dude, it's no lie, dude. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, so they have like a big freaking sky burner thing in Alaska that they used to do a lot of shooting frequencies up into the ionosphere, aurora, all that stuff. Anyway, so here we go. This is the help track our light sail. Oh, that's what it is. I forgot about that. So they have a space systems design. Let me turn the music off. It's like a little too much for me right now in my brain. Hey, my eardrops are ready from the pharmacy. So Alpha is a 1U CubeSat developed by students at Cornell. Among several technology demonstrations on board, the primary mission objective is to deploy a retroflective laser sail into low Earth orbit. I mean, how freaking cool is that, man? A light sail fully separates from the CubeSat and becomes its own free-flying spacecraft thanks to gram-scale flight computers, chipsats mounted on the sail. So that's what, I mean, this is freaking cool, man. They've got like, the sail is the satellite. So the satellite isn't even like the CubeSat releases the sail, and then the sail has the payload on the sail. Pretty cool. Uh-oh, someone's at my front door. I think my wife will get it. She's selling stuff, getting cleared out. Let me go yell at her real quick. You guys can read this if you want. I'll put it up here so you can see a little bit more of it. There we go. I'll be right back. All right, she's good. So look at that. It's got a GPS dipole antenna. It's got an LED for GPS lock. It's got vias for light sail mounting. It's got a Skytrack Orion B16 GNSS receiver. I've never heard of that. I always hear about the big main company that it's on all of our stuff, U-Blocks. I want to build a few presets for Betaflight in GitHub, but I don't have PC to run half the shit to do it properly. Are you interested in helping? Build a few presets for Betaflight. Dude, I'll help you. I don't know how to do that, but if you need help, dude, like, yeah, I don't have a Windows PC with me when I traveled. I mean, I do, but it's my government one that I can't do jack with. Yeah, they've been using space really well now with reflectors. Going to eat lunch. Hey, all right, 73. Have a good lunch, brother. Temperature sensor, ceramic resonator, at Mega 32.8P microcontroller, LSM 901 IMU. We know what that is. We use IMUs for all our stuff for FPV. Hope RF, RFM 96W radio transceiver, 437.4 megahertz LoRa. So there we go. So that's where they actually, let me click on this real quick. Oh, it's already launched? I'm too late? Oh man, this is where my brain sucks. Dude, I'm all excited to build it, and I waited too long. Well, just because it's long, it could be out flying around right now, right? Let's see. I mean, we can at least watch the Falcon 9 launch. Is that a Falcon 9? It looks like it. Yeah, SpaceX Falcon 9. There we go. Last minute, fuel it up with all that frozen, super chilled oxygen. So when I was at in French Guiana to help launch the James Webb Space Telescope, I had to get this training where they gave you a gas mask. They tell you how to park your car. So you have to park your car facing out of your parking spot so that if a rolling cloud of death starts heading your way, they literally don't want people backing up out of parking spots. They want you to get in your car and go as fast as freaking possible. You have to leave so it's French Guiana, so it's like near the equator. So it's super hot, muggy. They tell you to block off your vents, keep your windows rolled up, and don't turn on your AC, and just let it rip. Like, go as fast as you can to get out of the cloud. Put your gas mask on, and just get out of Dodge. That is so cool. And man, that is so awesome. And then it's going to come back down and land itself, and then they're going to reuse it. But yeah, we had to go through all this training for, and it was all in French too. So because it's French Guiana, it's owned by the French, or it's a French territory. How many times could you watch this? Like over and over, right? Like the ultimate FPV. Yeah, so right next to the LBC, which is where like they flew in on a military jet, all of our desks, our computers, like these launch places, they're just big warehouses basically. And then whatever country comes in to pay to use their launch facility, they got to bring in everything. I mean, like network gear, routers, switches, power. We had to bring our own generators. We had to bring this massive HEPA filter in because they had a clean room there, but the parts per million wasn't down as low as we needed it. So we had to bring our own massive HEPA filter in to clean the air even more. Wow, look at that, all that power just slowing something down that's going faster. Like when these rockets enter the atmosphere, they're traveling like many times faster than like an AR-15 bullet, you know, a 223 or a 556 or and like all that stuff. Like they're literally traveling faster than a bullet, like high speed. That's why the people there usually hear a sonic boom, because it's traveling faster, way faster than the speed of sound. Nearly need to set up vehicle mounted plug and play on arrival to the venue. And then yeah, basically, Birdie, you bring everything. I mean, they're supplying like air conditioning and floor space, and we didn't even have places to eat out there. We had to travel like a few kilometers to get back to where we could eat. And the other major company that was out there that I was sub to, they wouldn't let their guys even rent a car. I don't know how they can do that, but they said no, that you're not allowed to rent a car. But my company and the guys that were in charge from NASA were like, no, he can get a car, because they tried to stop me, and they're like, no, he can get a car. And so I was one of the few people who had a car, and I'm working 12-hour shifts, and like just straight, like there's no weekends or anything. And so, dude, yes, that is so cool. And so, you know, I worked the night shift, so before the places would close in town, I would go around and see who all wanted pizza, and just head out with a couple of guys, and we'd go order like 15, 20 pizzas and bring it back. And it was so cheap. It was like, what was it? Well, I got like 92 euros a day per diem, I think, or 82, something like that. And I could literally buy like, and I think my company kept whatever I didn't spend. They would expense it to the government or whomever, and then they would be like, that's my money. And so if I didn't spend it, they kept it. So I'm like, I'm spending all the money. And so I'd buy other people. I'd buy the security guards at the hotel we stayed at pizza, like just whatever. All right, looks like they're done with this. Okay, let's see if they're still flying. Like, are they still light sail? Light sail. The Alpha CubeSat will deploy the first ever free-flying retroflective light sail. Its tiny chipset computers also allow Alpha to be the smallest light sail yet. Someday we will see an entire fleet of these light sails to other stars. So they talk about it. acceleration. I want to know if it's still like, are they still looking for people to help with it, or is it just done? I didn't know Cornell was in New York. Huh. The more you know. So how do I know? Well, let's see. The CubeSat deploys from the ISS on December 1st. Oh, so it's not actually deployed yet. Okay, so I'm not too late. Due to atmospheric drag, the sail is expected to deorbit within 48 hours. Okay, so I've got to get this up before December 1st, because then within 2 days. So here they say setting up a ground station, and it takes like $100 for a base level kit. There's like, I think I spent $30 on mine or something. What, babes? I can't hear you.
Are you recording?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm recording. I'm doing a live stream.
How long?
How long? What?
Will that be?
Hour, 2 hours? I don't know.
I just sold the embossing machine for $900, but I need help bringing the box.
What's the embossing machine?
The full hot foil machine.
Whoa.
A lady.
Come here.
I want to be on your. Lady who has a binary
You're already on.
wants it, so she's on her way, but I can't haul that thing. I told you I'm getting rid of stuff we don't use.
Wow.
Anyway,
That's Mrs. Mashaki, guys.
so I need help. Can you pause in 15 and come?
Yeah, I'll take a break in 15 minutes.
Okay. I'm just like, can't do it.
She sold a big heavy machine that she has for embossing.
My arm hurts.
And cool. All right. Well, let's keep talking about this, and then I'll maybe open the stream up again later. So they give you the links, or they give you the stuff, the places to go to order everything. But see, the thing is, they have like, it's $100 if you want to order like a high-end 70 centimeter antenna. I already have one because I'm a ham radio guy, right? So I'm just gonna hook it up to one of mine. See, they've got this what is that called? It's like a multi. My brain, I hate it. Anyway, it's really, it uses Tiny GS for Tiny Ground Station, which is free software. You just load it on there, and that's not loading for some reason. But it's like a ground station, and you become part of the Tiny Ground Station network. We'll need your station to exclusively listen for a chipsat at all times. So they reprogram their Tiny GS software so that it's looking just for the frequency that they're transmitting on, which I get. Like, they want it, you're more selective with your frequencies if you are able to narrow down your frequency. And yeah, you could just use a ground plane antenna. You could make a dipole. You could make, like, you can use the one it comes with, but I will tell you, these little short stubbies are basically like a resistor. They're a 50 ohm resistor. They're not great. So any antenna that you can make, even on your own, is going to be better than this piece of crap, because that is a crap. Like, you're not going to, it's like putting headphones on your ears and trying to listen for something. Yeah, this Omni antenna. Radio Shack used to sell one that looked kind of like this, but it had a bunch of different length ground plane elements on it, and it was super wide range for receiving, like for scanners. They sold it for scanners. But see, $43 for this, that, like, you don't need that. And then you might need this. You might need like an adapter to go from SMA to, if you are gonna, run it to either your own little antenna, because you can peel back this coax and you can make an antenna just out of the wires that are on here. Look for double bazooka antennas, look for dipole antennas, look for J-pole antenna. There's tons of really, really cheap antennas that, in-fed half wave. Now this is kind of cool. A low noise amplifier. Now they're saying this is optional, but this basically boosts everything, noise and signals going into it. I don't think you would really need it, but I think that's kind of cool if you had the money to get something like that. And then here's another one that's a little cheaper. Man, stay away from these if you can. These USB, I call them wall warts. They put out a bunch of RF noise. So, you would think they would be I think they think you're going to run it outside so you won't get the noise, but this is like a broadband jammer. So the more of these you have in your house, the more jamming you have, because there's not hardly any filtering. There's no like ground. Look, it's got 2 prongs on it. There's no ground prong. So if you don't have a ground, that means you don't have it shielded to keep the RFI inside the electronics. And it's using a pretty cheap Chinese, what is that called? Basically, it's converting AC to DC by switching with the transistor, the power, until it's just looking, instead of going back and forth, it's just sending it into DC. But that switching it back and forth is like literally the definition of oscillating. And oscillating gives you a whole bunch more noise. Let's see. They're talking about this flat power extension, Wisecam, so you can go basically through your window and shut it, and it still gets USB outside. I would recommend putting it outside if you can. An enclosure, dude, you can make your own enclosure. Find something to put it in, and then just drill a hole. Yeah, inverters are pretty noisy too. You're right, Birdie. And then they've got a waterproofer for your plug. So here's something that I'll show you guys since we're talking about that. It happens to just be on my desk because this is where I do all my projects. But so here is a DC to DC. It's called either a buck converter or a booster. And so you can have like one voltage come in one side and another voltage go out the other side. And so what does it say on that? It says V out and V in. And then it's got that little knob on the transistor thingy. That's where you change what voltage you want to go out. So you can have one voltage go in, a different one go out. But this is going to be noisy. This is going to be really noisy because it's not shielded. There's no grounding going around it. There's nowhere for the signal to go. It's just a DC to DC, either buck booster or buck converter is what they call it. But this may be what you need. Like, I need this. I need to be able to power my servos with the little servo knob dial thing, so I can find out where my center is and check my ranges on my servos. So I'm going to use this to power that. Now, for powering other things on the bench over here, I've got a couple of these deals, and these are die-cast metal, and you can see that I've got 12 or 24 volt input and 5 volt 20 amp output. So for something that needs, if I need anything that's USB powered, I'm going to have a very nice, solid, very powerful 5 volt USB power output block. And I'm going to power this from my UPS batteries that I use to power my UPS. And then for powering ESCs and quads, I've got this, which is 12 volts in, 48 volts out. Actually, I don't think I can use that for that. 48 volts would blow up most of my ESCs, wouldn't they? Yeah, I use this for something else. I don't remember what I use this for. Anyway, I'm going to have different, you can buy these in different voltage in, voltage out, different amps. But the thing I like about them is this die-cast enclosure is really good for keeping your emissions contained. And let me show you my my power source for that. So you can see it is, I've got an APC UPS there on the left, and then to the back side of it is two 12 volt batteries. And just like we do in FPV, I've wired them in series, so I get 48 volts, or 24 volts, sorry. So 12 in, 12 out, 12 plus 12 is 24. And that's a 24 volt APC UPS. And so that's filtering my AC main voltage. But also it gives me, it's an old one, and these come with slab sealed lead acid batteries in them. And they're like $100. They almost cost as much as the UPS to replace them. And they only last about a year or two. And so those are lithium iron LiFePO, lithium iron, whatever. Can't think right now. So anyway, APC gets, like, I haven't even checked to see how long it'll run, but it'll run so much longer because lead acid batteries only give you 50% of their watt hour capability, whereas any type of lithium battery gives you high 90%, almost 100% before it drops voltage. It gives you a lot more voltage range. All right, guys, so looks like I am needed to go help with a sale of something my wife sold. Bring it up from the basement. So I'm going to go do that. I will, if you're not in my Discord, go ping me on Discord and I'll send you the link if you're not part of it. And then I think I already have a channel with that in there, but if not, I can post the link to that, or you can just Google it. It's called Chipsat Ground Station Guide on Cornell University. Appreciate you guys being with me. If you want, check in later. I'll see if I join again. I don't know. You know, once you get rolling, it's kind of hard to stop, but I think I probably will get more done if I don't live stream too. So, but good to see you, Birdie. I'm not sure if there's anyone else out there watching. If you are, thanks for joining. I appreciate you, and stay healthy, stay alive, and we'll chat with you next time.